Alright, let's see how this goes. Hello. It's been quite a long while, I'd say, since I have been here, and my hair fell on my face. Jacob is back. Yes, Ardency? Ardency, am I saying that right? Hello, Kaiwan. Yes, it's been quite a long time. I am alive, Tanner, yes. I didn't die and then come back for this. That's not what happened. But I am back, yes. It's been a long time since we've spoken, and I thought I'd come back because one of the main reasons is because something very interesting has happened, very odd has happened surrounding the channel, and I guess the JJ15 lore, if you want to call it that. Kaiwan said I'm a DoorDasher. You're a DoorDasher. You did tell me that. Well, if you can reach Michigan, then I would like to order DoorDash from you. It'd probably be a toss-up because you can't pick who you want to DoorDash, as far as I know. But yeah, Ardency said yes. Alright, so I have your name quite right. And I know I have a warning from YouTube. It says, the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Well, you know what? The bitrate is fine. Hopefully it's fine. I was going to use my DSLR, which I'd be looking that way, but the software that I use for it, which is by Canon directly, it, for the past year, has just not worked properly at all. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem to work. The thing is, they've actually come out with a pro version where you have to subscribe to it, which I don't quite understand why everything has to be a subscription. It doesn't have to be a subscription. I mean, I can understand some companies might say, well, you know, we need a constant stream of income in order to develop it, but be more innovative. Add better features. Doki Doki said, where have you been? I have been sitting right here for the past, it's been probably about a year since I streamed. Probably June 19th. June 19th, 18th, something like that, last year, is the last time I streamed. And it feels good to be back, but yeah, so I'm using my webcam. Hopefully that's fine. I guess I'll have to just deal and try and troubleshoot the software later. It worked back in 2021 and 2022 when I used it, but for some reason it doesn't work now. I do have some things to make sounds with, but I'd like to, of course, get into the very interesting news. So I guess let's get into that. We've got 11 concurrent viewers, which that's good. Give the stream a like. I guess it helps in some way. I don't really care that much about the numbers, but I guess it makes me feel good inside, and it'll make you feel good too. And I see hearts coming. Well, that's not heart. It's actually the emojis, kind of like how Instagram has, where you can float emojis up by clicking the button. So do that. Kaiwan said, Jacob, if you see the truck with my e-bike on it, can you tell them to hurry, please? I guess so. I don't know which truck it would be though, because I don't think it says Kaiwan's e-bike on the side, but I'll try. But without further ado, let's get into the interesting news. I have OBS over here, so I'm looking over here just because I'm weird. And so yeah, let's go to it. And let me move OBS over so it's easier to talk a little bit. So as you can see, this might look like my current channel. It's not. Apparently, for some odd reason, my previous ASMR channel, my former ASMR channel, has been reinstated. As much as I'd like to say that I have continued to fight tooth and nail throughout the past few years to get it back, I have not. It's mysteriously just come back. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I guess it's a good thing. But yeah, it's back. You can find it. How I discovered that it was back was it was actually yesterday, Saturday, and I was looking at one of my videos, you know, because it's something you gotta do when you make YouTube videos. You look at yourself, right? And in the related videos tab, or column, I seen one of my old videos, and I thought, that's interesting. Maybe somebody found a bunch of them and they're re-uploading them. And then I click on it and I realize, wait a second, no, this is my original channel. It's somehow mysteriously back. Like I said, I don't know how it's back. I don't know why it's back, but it's back. And yeah, I guess that's good. So I went to YouTube Studio, and one interesting, the audio, hopefully that's good. So as you can see, July 30th is when my original channel had went down. I didn't get any kind of notification about it. I didn't get an email or anything. It was just gone. And when I loaded YouTube Studio, this is what it showed me, was this window. And it said that I received a warning on July 30th, 2019, regarding my eye exam roleplay that I did with Evan for child safety. And so I wonder if this could be the smoking gun, I guess, as to what brought the channel down. Because I guess had a lot of theories about what video or what content it might have been. You might remember that I kind of had a theme a little bit around a certain political ideology. I thought, okay, maybe it was that, but maybe it was just that video. I don't know why. Like I said, it's very odd and mysterious to me why it's come back. It's obviously a good thing, and it's possible they're giving me another chance. Like I said, I don't know why it came back. It just appeared, because it's been dead, suspended for 4 years, and then it's just back. I did look at the analytics section. I don't have a screenshot of that, but it showed that the video is just a flat line, and then June 20th, they start getting some views again. I don't exactly think they're showing up in the algorithm yet, unless you search for them, so I guess maybe they'll start coming up now. But it's very interesting, very odd. Hello, Nikki Whispers. Ardency, YouTube giving Jacob another chance, possibly. At first I thought maybe it was like a glitch or something, because, I mean, think about it, if YouTube suspends a channel, I just don't think it would randomly appear, and it seems to have been up for a few days now, so it seems to be purposefully done, or purposeful in the sense of it wasn't a glitch. Mayflower Blooms, I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you in a while either, so thank you for coming back and attending this stream. Other than that, let me see, what else did I want to say? I didn't have a script for this. I never have a script for this. So, one of the most important things is, of course, all of the videos that were lost, they're now back, they're now up. And so, however, I can't really rely on them to be up forever, and so yesterday I went through the process of getting a Google Takeout done, which basically that allows you to back up your content from Google services. It's a little wonky, but it worked. I think I have everything, about 412 gigabytes of everything, mostly videos from the channel, so I have that all downloaded locally. And as we speak, it's also being transported off-site on an 18-wheeler, going approximately 90 miles an hour northwest, so that should hopefully be safe there. Kaiwan said, do you want to read my poem? I guess so. Send me your poem. How can I access your poem? I'd like to read it, if I can, and it's not odd. I also have these little foam dice. I'm looking over there, because that's where my DSLR is. These foam dice, because I think these sound quite interesting. And I think MM15 is over there. Hello, Arrow C. It's good to see everyone again. It's good to see you too. I think MM15 dropped something. Hold on a moment. Alright, I wanted to make sure she was fine. You know. But yeah, so I have these foam dice that I found. And, oh, I'm still on this one screen. Let me move back. There we go. Now we're back to a full screen. So, like I said, I have these little foam dice right here. I have a blue color, a yellow color, and then I also have another blue. I don't know why they gave me 2 blues for some reason. And then I also have a red too. And so, I don't know if maybe I lost some of these. I got these from Dollar Tree like 2 or so years ago. So I don't know why. They only gave me 2 and then only 1 yellow and 1 red, but I just found them and I think they make nice sounds. Mayflower Bloom said, "I like your haircut." Thank you. I like it too. It's grown out for the past few months. I got it cut in July, and there's a bit of an odd story around that. So I don't really feel the need to go to an actual haircut place, mainly because are you good, MM15?
Yeah.
There's MM15. And mainly because they try to upsell you on product and stuff, and you know, I don't really need it. I just need my hair cut, and it's also a little bit more convenient because we go next door to Mr. Bob, which I think I've spoken about them before. They're a very nice elderly couple that live next to us. They used to babysit Pebbles for us, but then she started peeing on their shag carpet, and that didn't work too well. So yeah. And so he cut my hair, nice military style buzz cut, and probably about 10 minutes after that, he was calling out for help because his hip came out, because he was having trouble last year with his hip, and so had to call an ambulance, flag him down. So that was quite interesting. It was a very I forget words sometimes. It was very memorable haircut. But he's good now. He got surgery, and so his hip is hopefully going to stay in. So, and it was like the 5th time it actually came out that year, so, yeah. And Kaiwan, I think, gave me his poem, and I don't know, should I read that? I don't know if I should read that. Yeah, it is good he's doing okay now. Like I said, it was a very memorable haircut. But Kaiwan, his poem. Hopefully I'm not talking too loud. I don't quite know. In our planet, bigotry becomes the new positive. One hopes for a sense of pleasure. To be graded by negative ideologies, millions of lives were lost to. Negativity has become weaponized. I like that. It's a nice poem. It's very deep. And I guess it makes sense. I don't really know. And then 15, you can't see. But we have a standing freezer in the kitchen, and she used to have a plant sitting on there, but like in August or something? Yeah, August. She took it all down, and now the cat goes up there. Squeakers goes up there. You can't exactly see her, but she's up there constantly looking out the window, because we have a variety of cats that like to trot through our backyard, as well as we also have a groundhog.
Grady.
Or maybe... What?
Grady the groundhog.
Grady the... Where did that name come from?
I don't know. Just stuck it up.
You funk it up.
Yeah. Called him Grady. He liked it.
Yeah, he likes it. Because I think this family of groundhogs has lived under our one shed for a variety of years. And, I mean, I guess some people don't like groundhogs. I mean, he doesn't seem to cause too much damage. Of course, he did dig a few holes, and I had to patch those up. But, other than that, I guess as long as he stays outside and doesn't try to come inside, he's fine. Arrow C said, "Good poem, Kaiwan." I thought it was a good poem, too. I just didn't know if I wanted to say the S word, because, you know, with YouTube, I don't know. Some people say unalive, but... And then, because some people say that, you know, it's to get past moderation algorithms, instead of saying, kill. Can I say kill? Because you can use that in many terms. Like you could say, executing a child process. A child process. That's a computing term. But I mean, if TikTok or some social media website didn't want you to say, unalive, they could simply just start scanning for that. I don't know. It doesn't make too much sense for me, to me at least. Some people try to get around the algorithm in that sense. Taiwan said it's almost society's extinction with no genuine humanity to hinder the invasion. With an misguided heart, one yearns for malice and acrimony. He also said, for in this timeline, we cannot be so certain. We wish that our genuine persons keep our hearts upbeat. We permit our feet to walk away from the wickedness and wander into contentment and delight. Are you going back into your, barracks? Your lair, yes. Jacob, do you have TikTok? I have a TikTok, yes. I'm sorry, I keep looking there. At the camera I was supposed to use, but I do have a TikTok. It's JJ15 ASMR. I don't use it very much. I actually didn't even have it when it was TikTok. It was still Musical.ly back in like April of 2017. It was still TikTok. Not TikTok, Musical.ly, I'm sorry. And they're very, very odd. I don't recommend watching them. Watch them if you wish, but I don't recommend it. TinglyTube also has a TikTok account. However, we don't really post on there very much. I don't really get into TikTok. And I think Pixie's back there. She's a little bit disgruntled because she had to get out of the way. And Mayflower Bloom said, how tall are you? I like 5'6". I don't know, I haven't, hold on, Pixie's getting a little loud. Alright, I'm back. Pixie, she would not move out of the way. She was sitting in MM15's room, and MM15 needed to get by her, and she's been a little disobedient. You might hear her, but she's fine. I think she might come out here. We'll see, I don't know. Alright, Pixie is going in her room. She has her own room, by the way. Hi, Pixie. Hi, Pixie. Alright. Pigs, they actually sleep a lot, so she's been sleeping a pretty good part of the day. And then I also think I've got some chat messages. Kaiwan said, show us the bacon. Kaiwan, I'm not going to tolerate that horrible, rude, and degrading behavior towards Pixie. She is a good pig. Mother, don't call her that. Alright, hopefully she'll be content and quiet now. Ardency said, I was just watching one of your vids on TinglyTube not that long ago, LOL. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who uses TinglyTube. I haven't really made any content on there either. I did re-upload some one lost video, not one lost video, technically lost, because it used to be on this channel, but then during the whole privacy complaints issue back in 2021, it came down, and I did submit an appeal for it, but never went back up. But I guess I don't really need to do that. Or I guess you don't need to watch it there, because you can, I guess, go to my original channel, which, like I said, is somehow back up and reinstated. which I guess is good, but I have a backup of it now, so if something does happen to it in the future, at least have a backup. Chona said, "Hi Jacob." Hello Chona, it's nice to see you. P. Sherman, hey Jacob, hope you and your mom are well. Thank you, we are doing very well, and I hope you are too. And I dropped all my dice. Hopefully my computer is not too loud here. It might be, because the fan is running a little bit hot. I think I've got to clean the dust out of it soon. Kaiwan said, I am now 19. Thank you, Kaiwan. I'm glad you're 19. I know your birthday was not too long ago. It was this month, I believe. I know the exact date, but I guess I won't say it for privacy. Kaiwan said, all debit cards, no credit, which I guess that's good. Only spend what you have. Does that sound nice? I know some people like that sound. Kaiwan said, I want a credit card. Well, you know what? Go get a credit card. If you can, if you pass the process, then I guess. Because the thing is, Discover, for a very long time, Discover has been sending me credit card advertisements, which I don't really think I have a need for. Amex or American Express, they also send TinglyTube stuff constantly for business credit, which we don't need that either. We're not that big of a company to warrant that. Mayflower Bloom said, do you have any hobbies? Yes, I guess I have a variety of hobbies. One main hobby that I have right now is web development and programming. TinglyTube, while I did not program it myself or develop it myself, I do contribute a good amount to it. And then my website as well, JJ15ASMR.com. I created that myself. And then on there I have a few other projects that I created too. And I think Pixie, she ate her food quite fast. No, she's gonna follow you. Pixie is very attached to her. She better not run. And Kaiwan said, I can finally pay you your $500 I promised when I was speaking out of my butt years ago. Yes, you can. I remember that every time you tried to super chat me, the button didn't work. Hopefully this time the button works. But you probably don't want to give me $500 on a credit card, because of course you have to pay that back with interest too, I believe, so you probably want to use a debit card for that. And you know what? Instead of getting payment processors in the mix, instead you can just leave the money in an envelope on Main Street, and I'll come collect it that way. We'll do a dead drop. You know, make a chalk mark on a street sign, and I'll know you've dropped it somewhere. Just hopefully I find it before somebody else does. Mayflower Bloom said, I like to draw a lot, but I really don't have a lot of hobbies. Well, you know what? As long as you have one hobby that you can excel at, I think that's a good thing. X marks the spot. Yes, definitely. Which, that's interesting, because I have definitely seen on, street signs, on the metal poles, I have seen, like, little chalk marks, and I'm not sure if they'd be chalk marks, but, like, a chalk marker. Like, I've seen little marks like that on the street sign. I wonder if, were there spies at some point, doing dead drops, like, where I live? I just think it's interesting. I don't know, unless it's just some kind of, I guess, a coincidence. I'm sorry, I lose words sometimes. Pebbles. I don't lose words when I'm not on camera, but when I am, I do. Arrow C said that's very generous of you, Kaiwan. It is definitely very generous of him. And Kaiwan said boom boom chicken chicken, which you have very weird things to say, Kaiwan. That's all I'll say. Other than that, I also have some other triggers. I have this one. This is a cereal box. This is a Crave cereal. This is family size, also known as Jacob size, because MM15 doesn't eat cereal. Only I do. I like Crave. Which, the thing is, I always have to kind of... if I get multiple boxes of cereal, there's a good chance I may not eat them all, and they'll never get eaten. I don't know why. So I mainly just get one box of cereal, and that's it for a little while. And I've tried Honey Bunches of Oats, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Life cereal, Chex, Life and Chex. Those are different, I think. Life and Chex cereal, those are different. And then Crave, and then also Cookie Crunch. Not Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks. I like Apple Jacks, but Crave is also pretty good too. I haven't seen her eat that cereal in a long time. Open the box. Okay, I guess I can open the box. I'm not sure if anybody does this stuff on the back. I look at it, but I don't do any of this. I'll open the box, but I'm going to stall you first. This has 7 vitamins and minerals. Join the family Kellogg's rewards. I never thought I'd see a major brand using the word fam, but alright. And now that I've played with this bag, I'm not going to get it back in the box properly. And, something that always confused me as a small child was in movies or TV shows and cartoons, whenever somebody has a box of cereal, you usually see them open it and just start pouring it out, without the cereal in a bag, just as if they threw the cereal directly in the box, which, I understand now that prevents it from getting stale, it prevents it from, ants and such, but, yeah, that always kind of confused me as a small child, why the cereal is in a bag, why you can't just open it and pour it straight out of the box. And then another hard thing with the bag is, usually you've got to take the bag out to be able to fully open it, and then once you pour it out and it all settles back down, the bag is way too big to fit back in the box. And Mayflower Bloom said, I've never tried or had those, I will give them a try. And then said, I meant to say I never heard of them either. Well, yeah, I say you should give them a try, Crave. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't have any affiliation with the Kellogg's company. But they're pretty good. Ardency said, what's your favorite cereal? Well, I can't really make a single pick, but Crave, Cookie Crisp, not Cookie Crunch, I think I said Cookie Crunch, Cookie Crisp, Apple Jacks, Honey Bunches of Oats, Chex, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, they're all very good cereals. I have a wide spectrum of cereal taste as well. I like plain Cheerios. Those are good once in a while. Strawberry and banana Cheerios. Those are good too. I know not one person, but Pixie likes Cheerios. And they're good for it because Cheerios, they don't have sugar in them. If they do, it's a negligible amount. But she likes Cheerios too. So, I can get a box and I can... She doesn't have milk, she just has them dry, but plain Cheerios are good too. It's a wide variety of flavors that I enjoy. Just depends on the current moment in time. Kaiwan said the only spectrum I have is autism. Alright, Kaiwan, I knew somebody would make that joke. Mayflower Bloom said, I'm gonna give you a follow on Instagram. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And you know what? Once I see your follow come in, I'll give you a follow back. That's if you're talking to me and not somebody else in chat. I don't know. Eat the cereal. When I get my $500, I'll eat the cereal. I'll make a video just for you, Kaiwan. So I guess we'll do some more tapping sounds. This right here has an interesting story behind it as well. As you can see, this is probably the largest iPad. This is like a 12-inch iPad. I don't know if anybody else actually has an iPad this big. I know the original iPads were this big. Hopefully my computer fan is not too loud. Let me move away from there a little bit. And MM15 still gets a newspaper subscription. And the thing is that, though, she's been having, in the past few months, continuous issues with the newspaper. Sometimes it doesn't show up. There was one time where I had actually been outside, and it was about 9 a.m., and I guess there was a new delivery driver, and she had brought the newspaper, and I was actually not here. I was actually next door, like I said, with Mr. Bob, our elderly neighbor. I'm sorry, I had a temporary speech impediment there, because in April we expanded our deck. Expanded it probably about maybe a good 4 to 5 feet. That way MM15 could put her vegetable planters there, because I guess some plants you put in the ground, some you put in a container. And so I was helping them over there with that. I'm not very good with a saw, so I pretty much just held the wood. And I seen the newspaper lady come, and then she put it on our porch, and then I seen her walk back out, and then she offered us a newspaper. And I thought that was quite hilarious, because usually I don't think you give people newspapers without a subscription. So I don't know, maybe that's what's been happening to deliveries. Maybe she's been trying to lighten the load a little bit. I don't know. Maybe newspaper subscriptions are just going down in the area, and so she's just supposed to give them away for free. I don't know. I just thought it was quite funny. But she bought the iPad with the hope that she would just read the newspaper digitally. And the local newspaper does have an app, but she's never used it once. Hasn't used it at all. It has literally just sat by me. I'm the only person that uses it once in a while. And usually it's just for the camera, because the camera on here is really good. It's a lot better than at least the Android tablet that I have. I gave you that follow. Alright then. Let me go to Instagram, and let me pull that up for you. I got 2 follows. Patrick's. Oh, I won't say your name. That would probably be a bad thing. Alright, you gave me a follow. Follow back. There you go. I think I gave you a follow. Let me know. Thank you very much for the follow. Kaiwan said, a $500 private ASMR video all to myself. Yes, Kaiwan. Once I get the $500 on Main Street, you will get the video. I guarantee you, with about allow 6 to 8 months for delivery. Sounds good. And then let me see, what else do I have to make sounds with? Oh, Pebbles is right here. She's just been watching me. Let me show you Pebbles. Pebbles. This fan is really loud, and I hope that's not too loud. I've got to clean this out a little bit. Pebbles, come here. Oh, this is Pebbles. Sit down. Let me see. Is she visible? All right, she's visible. This is Pebbles. She's a little large, but hello, Pebbles. Do you want your harness off? I've got to take her harness off. She's a little heavy. There you go, pals. Are you good now? Good. She's just been sitting there. I have a learner's permit. That sounds good, Kaiwan. I've been trying to find the cereal box that has the license on the back of it, but I can't find it. I don't know. I gotta keep looking. She's so cute. OMG. Thank you, Mayflower Blooms. I appreciate that. She is definitely cute. Kaiwan said, fun fact, dogs like it when you kiss or gently suck on their noses. Kaiwan, I find that a little questionable. Questionable. AeroC said, I remember being afraid of driving when I was first learning. Now I love the luxury. Well, yes, if you live in the U.S., it's pretty much required, I guess, to have a vehicle to get around most areas, even more metro areas. However, I know where Kaiwan lives. That's more of a metro where I don't think you really need more of so much of a personal vehicle. Because I know in like Europe, public transportation is obviously a lot more widely used. And another interesting thing, at least from I think what I've observed, is that in the US it seems that if you use public transit, I guess you're of a much lower class, I guess. I'm not sure how to put that in a nice way. Whereas I guess in Europe it's more widely accepted. Yeah, so I guess it's just different norms and cultural perceptions there. Suck on their nose, yeah, I find that a little questionable. Little questionable. And I don't know if I'm gonna do that at any point. And then, speaking of buses and public transport, the county I live in southeastern Michigan, I know a few years ago they wanted to do I guess, rapid transit. I guess they wanted to basically, on one of the major thoroughfares, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's not a thoroughfare, although it is thorough if you drive really slow. You can be very thorough with your surroundings. Thoroughfare, I guess, wanted to put some kind of rapid rail system. So instead of a bus, it would actually be, like a streetcar, pretty much. But I guess some people didn't like that. So pretty much what they did is, what we have here is, they're called smart buses. They used to be called SEMTA buses, but smart buses. And so basically what they did is they took a bunch of buses and they slapped fast on it, which that used to be, I think it was, I swear, I don't know if I'm misremembering it, but the few times I've seen those buses, I swear FAST was like, it's an acronym, right? Acronym for Fast, Affordable, Safe Transit. However, I recently seen one again, and this time it said Frequent, Affordable, Safe Transit. So I don't know if I'm just misremembering that. Probably I am. So Frequent, Affordable, Safe Transit. So I guess that's how they fix the problem. I don't know if they're driving faster or if they've improved their routes, but I guess everybody wanted a rapid rail system, or at least the bureaucrats did, and so they took some buses and slapped some new logos on them. And there's actually an Onion News video about something like that, some high-speed bus plan, and that's what that reminds me of too. I'm drowning. And Kaiwan said, I live in the hood, so having a car is life, especially when you live in a sketchy setting. You know what would be better though, Kaiwan? Instead of a car, because you can easily be chased, or something. Probably be better if you get a jetpack, because I'm not sure how many other people would have jetpacks as well. A jetpack would be an interesting concept. I haven't looked, but they probably, do they? Are there real-life jetpacks? I want to Google this. I've got to do this. Real-life jetpack. Apparently jetpacks are real, but I'm sure there are some caveats and nuances to them. Apparently everybody really likes Kaiwan, and I agree, Kaiwan is very interesting. Kaiwan said, my dog will shove her entire tongue down your... Wouldn't it be up your nostrils? Or I guess you're laying... Well, I'd say it would be up, unless you're laying with your head over the bed. I don't know, I'm just saying. But Kaiwan, that's a little odd, and, yeah. Other than that, I also had some other things to I guess, show and tell. So... I keep looking at the wrong camera, I'm sorry. So, pretty much, recently, if you didn't know, which I guess you would know or not, I've never really shared it, you might have heard of something called Little Free Libraries. And so basically, I guess it's like, I know what it is. So it's pretty much like a little wooden box, or really it can be made out of anything, that you put near the street, and it's supposed to be like a miniature library. You put books in there, and people can take books out for free, they can put their own books in. You might have heard of it, there might be one around where you live. Well, I used to have one, like maybe 8 or so years ago, around 2016, around that time, and basically I would take book donations at various, like for example, they're the local, not in this, because where I live, we kind of straddle like 3 separate municipalities, and so in the one municipality over, which that's where MM15 used to work, in that municipality, at the basically community center there, I had a book donation box, and so people would put books in, and I eventually stopped with the whole Little Free Library, mainly because it just kind of got a little bit too much to take care of. Especially there was also times where people would, like kids, usually vandalize it. I'm not going to get into it, but because I got to set the story. So for a few years now, there have been just a ton of books that we just haven't done anything with. I don't know, maybe donate them to the library or put them on Facebook Marketplace, but then we'll say you got to come pick them up, and some guy will say, well, can you drive them here 10,000 miles away? No, we can't. And in going through some of these old books recently, MM15 found these. These right here. Hopefully that's good. And I just dropped it. So these right here are pesos. However, these are not your regular pesos. These are Japanese pesos issued by the Japanese government. Because very interestingly, I guess one thing that I guess I maybe overlooked in world history, or at least World War II history, is that for some time the Japanese had assumed control of, or annexed, the, I guess that would be the proper term, invaded the Philippines. And so during the time in the Philippines in the 1940s, they issued a fiat currency. And this would be it. Pesos. These are Japanese pesos. These are approximately from 1943, from at least what I found out. And so MM15 instantly thought she struck upon gold. They've got to be worth so much money. Apparently they're not. They're really not worth much, because I guess the Japanese, towards the end of the war, I guess when the U.S. had started closing in on them in the Philippines, I guess continued to just print more than what there was worth, because the fiat currency isn't, I believe, isn't based on anything like physical, like gold. Even the U.S., I don't think our money is based on gold anymore either, but pretty much just printed it so much that it lost its value. And apparently there were even some notes that still exist, or are still out there, where it's like 50% faded because they had to, I guess, dilute the ink to stretch it out. And so yeah, we have 10 Japanese pesos, 5 Japanese pesos. And then 1 Japanese peso. So it's in English and also Japanese on there too. And then they also have serial numbers too. However, this one is 84. However, I don't think this corresponds to year, because the Japanese were out of the Philippines by 1984, I think. And then this one is 45, which I thought maybe this was a year, but I guess it's not. And then this one also is printed in a different ink on the back. And then this is 49. So very interesting. And MM15 keeps this in an envelope in her safe, because I guess you never know one day when you might need 16 Japanese pesos. Alright, Kaiwan said, my brother bullies me for being 5'4" when he's another inch horizontally. Horizontally. Alright then, well, horizontally, wouldn't it... You know what, Kaiwan, I don't even know what you're saying anymore. Mayflower Bloom said, do you play video games? Not really. I don't have a gaming console or anything. I used to, but PS3 around that time, like maybe 7 years ago. But I didn't really play video games. The thing is, it really my brother had given it to me, my one brother, because he's quite into video games, and he gave me his old PS3 and a bunch of video games. Because if you go look on my old channel, which you can find now for some reason, like I said, mysteriously reinstated, there are the game store roleplays there, and so those are where those games are from. But yeah, I don't really play video games. Just never got into them very much. WPS3, yes, definitely. Kaiwan said, my brother pays in both pesos and USD. I don't think you can pay with pesos in the US. I mean, technically you could accept any currency you want. I mean, if somebody really wanted to, some business really wanted to accept pesos, I mean, I guess you could do that. You can convert it at the bank, I would assume. So it's not too out of the ordinary. Kaiwan, how long have you had that profile pic? I've only ever seen that one all these years. Yes, Kaiwan. There's a window open. Kaiwan has had that profile picture since like 2018, I can remember. And Kaiwan, you better not change it, because I consider you to be in the same club as myself, where I've kept the same profile picture for practically 6 years now, almost. Because I changed it in 2018, November of 2018, so almost about 6 years now. It's another interesting thing too, is that I see a lot of people on Instagram where they constantly either change their username, their profile picture, or they delete all of their photos and they only put one up, or what have you. I don't know, I've never been like that. I just put it all up there and that's what you get. I don't know. Because there's also, I guess, the fear too that if I change my username, I don't want somebody else to take my username, and so, you know, impersonate me, which I guess it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, I guess as long as it was funny, it might not be too bad, but still. No, Kaiwan, it's not that you're lazy, it's that you are, I don't know what term I'm looking for here. You're solid. You don't change. You are timeless. There we go, you are timeless. And I'm timeless too, I guess. I also have this. This is Playphone. You do not procrastinate, you are timeless. This is Playphone. I'm thinking of another word. I know Nickelodeon, they had something similar. It's called gack. Is that what it was called? Gack? I think that's what it was called, but I think it was more of like a slime. But this is play foam. I've had this for a few years now. In some past live streams, I don't know what color I had right here. Oh, Sparkle Orange, I think, is the one I was playing with before. But this, I'd say, makes some pretty good sounds. Or actually, these are the classic ones. These ones down here, they have sparkles in them. Kaiwan Vlog said, "Do you watch Bluey?" I do not watch Bluey, but I know of what it is, which I was quite a little surprised to find out that Bluey is actually on television. I don't know why. I always thought Bluey. I mean, yeah, I've seen it in passing. I always thought it was like some kind of online animation. I didn't know it had actually been, or that it was on TV, and it seems to have been for. How long has Bluey been on TV? Bluey air date. Let me see. Apparently since like 2018. I never realized it was like an actual television show, because I think it's from. Yeah, I think it's from the UK. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I haven't really watched. What channel? I don't even know what channel it's on. Is it? What is it? Is it Nick Jr.? Disney Jr.? I don't know. Which one is Nick Jr.? Bluey? It's Bluey, not Bluey. Disney. I'm going insane. It's from Australia. Alright, there we go. Now I have it. Now I've got it. Alright. But I have this sparkle pink. We'll try this. I just don't want to get glitter all over my hands. It's gonna be kind of loud. Stuck in there pretty good. Arrow Z said, "Peppa Pig jumped me when I was 7 years old." Well, I'm very sorry that happened to you. Kaiwan Vlog said, "But Bluey is worth a good quid." I don't know. I think I don't know if you're trying to. I don't know if you're trying to say that because I said I thought it was I thought it was from the UK, or if you don't. I don't think they use the quid in. I've got to Google this now. I don't think they use that in Australia. £1 sterling. In Australia. What is it, Australian? It's Australian dollars. There we go. $1 Australian is worth about 66 cents. So, yeah. So I guess that's good in case you're wondering. I hope this sounds good. I'm gonna look this way when I do sounds, because it just looks weird to stare at you in the face. Mayflower Bloom said that's really satisfying, not gonna lie. Thank you. I appreciate it. Crunch ice. I don't have any ice to crunch. Because the thing is, when we got the current refrigerator we have, back in 2019, I tried to convince MM15, let's get one with an ice dispenser. You know how cool that would be to have an ice dispenser, you know. And but no, we had to get the fridge where, and the fridge we have, it's a good one. For example, if you leave the door open, it beeps. I mean, that's got to be a smart feature, right? But yeah, but I guess if you get a fridge with an ice dispenser, you of course, have to have a water line to it, and I guess that can just complicate things. The more moving parts, the more chances you have for it to, I guess, break down. Because they don't make any appliance last more than 3 years at the most now, probably. Kaiwan M Vlog said, my brother said you look like Vector from Despicable Me. Well, you know what, I say that's a nice thing to say because I've spoken with Kaiwan's brother on many occasions, and he said things other than that to me too, so yeah. Ardency said, try some sounds with a water bottle. Alright, I will try it. Let me put this back in the case. If you can call it that. Should I go really fast? Make sure this I guess I'll drink really close. That was odd. Kaiwan M Vlog said, my brother is blatantly disrespectful. I know Kaiwan, but I'm sure deep down he loves you, and deep down he loves me too as a friend. Because I kept trying to tell him on Discord we should be friends, and he didn't want to do it. So you win some, you lose some, right? Kaiwan said, every fourth sentence is a derogatory phrase. Well, you know what? You've got to just hit him with kindness back. So every fourth word from you should be a kind word. So try that, Mayflower Bloom said, speaking of that, Vector is one of my favorite villains. I've actually never... That's from Despicable Me, right? I think it is. I've never watched Despicable Me, actually. Minions, that's the same thing. I'm very sorry. I believe that's the same thing. But I've never watched that one. I think I think the movie Hop was directed by the same people or team or group. Ardency said, awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you found it awesome. Is that too loud? Hopefully not. These are Tylenol. Extra strength Tylenol, when the regular stuff just doesn't cut it. It's actually, I got this last year because I got sick probably almost 3 times last year. It wasn't very fun. So, hopefully I don't get sick this year or next year. I think you get sick once a year. Once every few years, that would be just fine. And ibuprofen is good, but yeah, this is acetaminophen. MN15, I guess, for some reason has never liked acetaminophen. She's always liked ibuprofen. I think because acetaminophen has the risk of kidney issues, I believe. I believe so. I don't think ibuprofen does. Or probably does, and I'm just stupid. I don't know. But acetaminophen seems, I don't know, maybe it's placebo. It seems to just work better for me. I don't know. Kaiwan said I have weird veiny feet. Well, you know, Kaiwan, you've got to let him breathe a little bit. You know, maybe wear flip-flops or something. You know, let him just breathe, so to speak. Kaiwan M. Vlog said, dude, I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm glad you are not. Crinkling, this might be too loud. So this right here, this is a, I believe this is a Torx, or it's an off-brand Torx security screwdriver set. I mainly got it because, MM15's laptop, she's wanted to, clean it out because it gets a little, it's quite dusty in there. I don't think she's ever cleaned it out, and so, I mean, you can only do so much trying to blow air into the side vents because it's just pushing it further in, and so, at some point, see if I can open the back of it and get to the vents, which that's the thing. Computers nowadays too, it seems like you can't actually open them. Well, I guess if you get like a laptop, they keep making them smaller and smaller and smaller, and everything's glued together. You can't actually open or get to it, and everything's got a security bit and Loctite on it. So hopefully this will work. But yeah, I got a variety of bits in here and such. And I don't know why, but they give me a brush, which I don't understand the purpose of this. I mean, I guess it could be useful, but how's this sound? Well, speaking of computers and opening things, this computer right here, which this is it's a Dell Optiplex. It's a small form factor. Admittedly, this computer is about 12, 13 years old. I think it's from 2011 is when this thing was manufactured. It's refurbished. I got it refurbished. We get all of our electronics refurbished, the iPad, everything. And this one, you can open it, where you can take the top cover off and everything's there. You can open it, you can swap things out, which I've had to do that. Because the original PSU, I would assume it's the original PSU, it could have been a replaced one by the refurbisher. But, you know, I guess some refurbishers just spray some Windex on it, clean it, and that's it. But the original PSU it came with, that crapped out after about maybe 2.5 years. So I had to replace that one. That was April of 2022, and then almost exactly a year later, last year, it crapped out again. And so apparently the PSU I bought for it, I got it off Amazon. Apparently I didn't see some of the reviews, even though it was Dell Genuine. I guess it was Dell Genuine in the sense that it's genuine Dell, but it came out of another computer. And so I guess other people that bought the same one, I guess it didn't last too well out of the box once they got it. So I got this one. This was an off-brand knockoff, and so this one's been running quite fine. So, and hopefully it will continue to do so. But with electronics now, you can't open anything up to fix it. You know, because some things they've got glued in so tight you can't get them out. You've got to be careful if you try to pry something, because you might end up breaking a wire. It's insane. Something needs to change. there's a deleted message. Kira. What is Kira saying? Kira, I would assume that's now I'm getting into pronouns. I'm not going there. Kira. I am Kira. Is putting, I think those are apostrophes. They're not apostrophes, commas. My apologies. If you have something to say, just say it. It's a safe place here. I won't judge you. However, Google will have a record of you saying it, so kind of think about that and put some limits on what you might need to say. Jacob, the council has spoken. Make a Discord server. I am not making a Discord server. I had a Discord server before. Everything went out of whack with it. It was a very interesting experience. But Discord is definitely a fond place. It's where I remember having my first few interactions with you. That might be too loud. I hope it's not. But yeah, so you get the screwdriver, and then you get a brush. Try to slow down here. I think I'm going a little too quick. My apologies. Then you get this, and I guess this helps you, like I said, pry things off. And then, I don't know why they give you guitar picks. I guess if you're opening a guitar or something. And then you get all of your bits, various bits. And interestingly enough, this is not plastic. It's actually silicone. Silicone, rubber, whatever term you want to use. Which I thought was interesting. Because usually these are kind of made out of plastic, or that's at least what I assume it would be made out of, but yeah, it's flexible. So that's pretty cool. And put all these back in here. Kaiwan said, do you remember my consistent blasphemous lies on Discord? Yes, I do, Kaiwan, and I have pardoned you. You have been exonerated. Kaiwan said even became pathologic. They definitely did. But you've changed. You know, you've turned a new leaf, and good on you. Tell them about everything I lied about. Yeah, there were a variety of things that you lied about. I know one of the things you lied about, I think you told me your middle name was Jacob. And that you spoke Russian. Those were two of the main things that you lied about. Wow. So I have this one hat here. Some of you might remember this. This is mainly Yori's hat. Wherever he is, I really don't know. But I can wear this. Maybe try and get it on the side a little bit. If kind of keep my hair out of my face a little bit. And then I also have another hat as well. This isn't actually my hat. It's a little dusty because he's been sitting up on my bookshelf. This isn't my toy. This is actually my niece's. Which, by the way, you might have seen one of my nieces, Leah, in one of my live streams way in the past. These are not hers. She's too old for that. I have a variety of nieces. I also have this Coco Melon hat, which she left here. We have a box of various things she's left here, and so I guess we'll get them back at some point. Otherwise, I might keep this if I like it. And so we can do more together. So if it fits me, I need to adjust it. Let me see. Ah. This is really way too small for me, and I think I look really stupid. There we go. We'll wear this hat. I think it's a nice, fun hat to wear. Ardency said, "Nice hat." Thank you, Ardency. I appreciate that. Aeroc said, "Lying is no good. I lie a lot too." Well, just improve on it. Well, no, don't improve on lying. Improve on not lying. That would be my suggestion. Derek Aldrich said, "I hope you have an awesome summer." Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that, and I hope you have an awesome summer as well. Alright, I'm gonna take this off, because it's weird for me to wear that hat. And, let me see. Let me open my desk drawer here, which I have a variety of things in. I have this little notepad. And then I have a pen. Which the thing is, the metal finish on here is kinda has a little bit of a smell to it. So, it's kind of like how some metal can interact with the oils in your skin. And then, let me ask you a few questions. Let me go through all of my notes here. Because usually I like to sit out the window and write everything down the neighbors do, so I had to flip through all those pages. Alright then, and I guess we'll do a little bit of an interview here. So, first of all, can you state your name for the record? Is that really your name? Oh, okay, that's your name, whatever. Alright, what's your current address? Alright, what are the past 5 addresses you've had? You haven't lived at 5 previous addresses. Okay, just make one up, it's required. That one? The White House, really? Alright, what's your phone number? The country code, of course. Alright. What's the best time to call you? During the day? Alright, well, you know what, we might give you a call at 3 in the morning, so you'll want to make sure you're up at that time. Alright, other than that, what are some of your recent accomplishments? Alright, other than that, let me see. I don't know what other questions to ask. Kaiwan said, "Holy Jesus, your channel is back." Yes, my channel is back. I guess... I don't know, because, like I said, I'm kind of shocked about it. Like, I guess I maybe should be more excited, but it's like I kind of had already went through the stages of grief and was content that I'd never have the channel back, which, that's something MM15 asked me, was that, am I going to post on that channel again? I thought about doing this live stream on that channel. However, I didn't know if that would work out too well, because even though I do have 26,000 subscribers on there, I don't know how the YouTube algorithm would kind of treat you know, after 4 years, you know, a live stream or new content, whether that would kick back up in the algorithm, because obviously nobody else had found it. Or, I mean, some of the videos, they were getting some views after it was mysteriously reinstated, but I guess not many people have noticed it, probably because the algorithm hasn't pushed it out too much. Because if you search for JJ15 ASMR or JJ15 ASMR, you get this channel right here. But as to whether I'll post on it, I don't know, because back in February of 2019, there was, if you remember, YouTube had disabled comments on a variety of videos featuring minors. And my channel was one of those where the comments, I cannot re-enable them at all. I was able to get them to re-enable them for maybe like a week or so back when that happened, but I was never able to get them reinstated after that. And if I remember correctly, any new videos I made from that point forward, I think could have comments, but it depended. If it wasn't ASMR, it would allow comments. It was kind of weird. I don't know, but if I did, I couldn't get comments, or maybe I could. I don't know. Maybe I should put something up on there. You know, a little test video, see what happens. But yeah, it's back. Obviously, I'm just gonna leave it, I guess. All the old videos are there. You can go and enjoy them. I've, of course, like I said earlier in the stream, I took a backup of all the videos off there, and so I have those all safely stored locally in case something does happen again. So, and that's a good thing. I've got all of the previously lost videos back, and I will put a link in chat for anybody who has not seen my previous channel and the fact that it's back. And YouTube a few months ago, or actually it was October of 2022, they got handles. So instead of like a custom channel URL or a display name, you get a handle with an @ sign. So it didn't even have one, so I had to add one to it. So luckily nobody else claimed my handle. So there we go. It's back, so I guess go check it out. Go subscribe to it if you want. All the old videos are there. Enjoy. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe I'll put some. I don't really have a video to put up right now, but maybe I should put some kind of video on there. See what happens. Plushie's Nursery said, "Wow, I love the pumpkin carving videos." Thank you, Plushie's Nursery. I like pumpkin carving too. There's just no better feeling you get than from just sticking a butcher knife into a fluorescent gourd. It's no other feeling in the world can compare to that. Let me see, what else do I have in my drawer? This doesn't really make too many sounds. This is a brain. This is Kaiwan's brain, actually. I keep it in my desk drawer. Whenever you want it back, Kaiwan, just let me know. Oh, no wonder there's a big hole splitting it. No wonder you say some of the things you do, Kaiwan. These are some nail clippers we use for pebbles. Because I remember when we first got these a few months back, because we had another set that didn't broke on us, so then we got these ones, and these ones are a little bit nicer. It's got this little guard here, but I don't really think that helps too much, at least when I've used them. And I was joking with him in 15, and I said, well, you know, after I cut Pepple's nails, I'm going to have to clip the cat's nails. And yeah, I don't think you should do that. Cat's nails, I think they shred. Not shred. I think they shed. Naturally, I don't think you have to clip a cat's nails. I mean, at least we've never tried. I mean, because to get them to come out, you gotta kind of get her a little bit angry. So, yeah, I don't think you clip cat's nails. I know we did give her a bath a few times, and for that, MM15 actually used oven mitts. And she did it twice, and after that, she has not had a bath. The cat, she cleans herself just fine. She smells okay, but she's not really interested in giving her a bath, and neither am I. Mayflower Bloom said, I remember when I discovered your account back in 2018, or either 2019. Yes, it was definitely a different time then, because when because like I said, I was in pure shock when I first seen it. I ran back to MM15 and told her, it's back, and, we were both kind of flabbergasted. I looked in the thesaurus, I found that word. Hopefully that's a good one to describe my feeling. Like I said, at first I thought it was a glitch, but kind of continuing to look at it, it's a blast from the past, really, because, my voice was still quite different back then, my personality was a little bit different back then. I was looking at some of the comments I had made using that channel on some videos, and that's definitely a lot weirder and just a little different back then, but I guess I've progressed a little bit. But thank you for continuing to watch that long. Ardency said, woohoo. Woohoo indeed. AeroC said, do you remember what year ASM Artists United formed? ASM Artists United formed in 2017, August 23rd of 2017, which, if you're curious about learning more about AU, even though it is disbanded at this point in time, we still have an official website up and running, and I guess I'll put a link in the chat for that too if you want to come look at it. Or maybe you do know about it, I don't know. If you don't, or if you do, there you go. You should take it and bookmark it, because it's very important. Anytime you want to learn about AU in the future, you've got a bookmark there. So I've got that. And then I got some whiteout here in case I've got to forge any documents in the future. Hopefully that sounds good, because I think the audio interface looks like the audio is clipping. It's flashing at me, telling me I'm stupid, but hopefully it sounds good. Big whiteout quick dry correction fluid. Foam brush provides neat, precise corrections, covers photocopies, faxes, ink, and most markers. Strokes on easy, then dries fast. For best results, shake well before each use. Alright, there we go. 20 milliliters of whiteout. And then this is a wallet. If you don't know, MM15, she likes to garden, and I guess one part of her gardening is she likes to, have lights around the garden, and so for that she uses solar lights. I guess you could get plug-in lights, but solar lights, you work off the power of the sun, free. And she's been ordering them from, Temu, giving her information over. And I guess there was some kind of limit, some minimum order limit she needed to get over, so she thought I would love to have this Karken I assume this is fake leather. This Car Ken wallet. I mean, I don't really think I need a wallet, but most of the assets I have are digital, but I mean, I have state IDs. I guess it's good to have a wallet for that, right? Car Ken leather style. It's not leather, it's leather style. Just like it's not cheese, it's a cheese product. These are some battery-powered tea light candles. They still... this one still lights up, kind of. Yeah, you can see it. We'll do follow the light. Follow the light. Follow the light. You didn't follow it too well. I don't know if this is actually ASMR. You know, I've got to try and be entertaining here, right? But, you know, keep these in case you've got to quickly set the mood for something. I have an extra AAA Fanico battery. If anybody needs this, I'll have it sitting here for you. I have this little pouch. I have some lens wipes in here for cleaning off various screens and lenses and such. I swear I had like 3 in here, unless one fell out. And the zipper, the seal on this thing is busted, so, yeah. I guess be careful with it. Ah, see? That's how you gotta be careful with it. Rubber band, I mean, I guess that's good for something. And then, you know, it's always good to have an emergency rock. Sedimentary. Single Lego piece. I don't know where it came from, but, you know, spare parts, right? And there's also a newspaper clipping here. Oh, that's not it. I actually thought this was, like, I don't know, maybe a few months ago, MN15 was reading the police blotter in the newspaper, and there was one incident that was reported there, and basically, I mean, I'm not sure what the actual situation was, but apparently, I guess, a mother had called the police over her, I think it was like her 12-year-old daughter, because there was a verbal dispute over, I guess the daughter was upset that there was no more Coca-Cola left in the home. So that's exactly what was put there in the newspaper. She was upset because there was no more Coca-Cola left in the home. And I thought this was it, maybe. Because I know that was kind of funny. I just... I'm sorry. You know, the verbal disputes and, you know, family issues, they're not funny. I shouldn't laugh, but, you know. Oh. Don't let the Coca-Cola run out. Oh. Alright, well, I guess that's all I got in the drawer for now. There we go. Now I go to push it back in and everything piles onto the floor. Ah. Not even sure how long I've been live for. Let me see. Oh wow, 1 hour and 32 minutes. Well, I guess that's good. Wrap it up here shortly. Let me see, what else do I have? Oh, I have this. This is, MM15. She bought, like, I think it was like a 100-foot roll of, like, construction poly sheeting. And so pretty much what she wanted that for was outside she has a greenhouse. And so the greenhouse, she actually decided to because it comes with a cover. It comes with its own cover, but she took it off. I guess she didn't want to hamper the rain to get into the greenhouse, and so it's pretty much just the frame there, and she just uses the shelves for it. And so what she did was, I guess whenever there's a heavy rain, she got this construction sheeting, and so she took it off, and that's what she's used it for, is whenever there's supposed to be heavy rain, she puts it on there and pokes holes in it so the rain can still come through, but the hail can't. So that's where this is from. That's why it's so thick. But I know there are some people that like to do things such as this with it, so... Hello! I don't really do mouse sounds, I apologize. But interesting fun fact, I guess, is that a lot of people, they'll tend to call this tingly tube, and it's quite interesting, because obviously the video sharing platform I own is called Tingly Tube. That was actually not intentional. We didn't name it after that. That's just... I'm surprised nobody else thought of that name before. But it's kind of funny because a lot of times when you Google Tingly Tube, if you go far down in the searches before you start to get into some explicit things, you'll usually happen upon some YouTube or TikTok videos about Tingly Tube, but not Tingly Tube the website, but the Tingly Tube. And then I also have this from a roll of paper towel. I think you can hear me closer. Am I closer now? Good. And then, you know, I have an invention too. This is my invention. I don't know what practical purpose it has, but it's got a good purpose, I'd say. And then, I guess, I like to tell stories too, so you can't see it, but in our kitchen over there, we have one of those little cube shelves, the cheap little things made out of particle board. Well, MN15 has some pans and pots and flour baking supplies on there, and on top of it, there is a 2006 Toshiba miniature Toshiba television. It's it was still made in the times of analog, and the reason why we have it is we don't have cable. We have internet, and that's it. We don't have a reason for cable. But back in February, MN15 decided she wants to watch the news. She can't watch it online. She's got to watch it off of a 2006 Toshiba miniature TV that doesn't even have a digital tuner. So she went through all the process of finding it on eBay, getting a digital adapter box, digital converter box, an antenna, a coax cable, and have that all. And she has not watched it but maybe 3 or 4 times since February. And I ask her about it constantly because it sits there because she had told me she's gonna watch this TV, watch the news. She never watches the news on it. Because by the time the news rolls around, she's back there coloring at 9 o'clock, and she can watch the news online. Because in fact, she colors and she watches MSN, where it's just the scrolling feed of news. She doesn't even watch it. But you know what? Whatever. Some of the interesting, very mundane things in my life. Just the JJ15 Curb Your Enthusiasm. This is just what happens in my daily life. This is just the little observations. I don't really have anything better to do or experience except these little things. Hopefully that's not too loud. But yeah, MM15, I love her, but some of her habits are a little quirky, little odd. Another odd thing is that a few days ago she gave away a set of cutting boards we had, and just some plastic cutting boards, big ones, small ones. She gave them away, and I asked her, "Why'd you give away the cutting boards? They're nice cutting boards." Apparently, she doesn't like to use cutting boards. She'd rather just use a plate, and cross-contamination, use another plate. Very odd things. Because she bought these cutting boards with the intention to use them, and then she never liked to use them. They just sat in the corner. What's your favorite food? Mayflower Bloom said. I have a variety of favorite foods. Pizza, that's a good one. I like to make my own pizza too, because very, very interestingly enough. Let me see. Hold on. Alright. Like I said, I like to make my own pizza, and so for that, I like to use the Chef Boyardee pizza kit. Not sponsored, of course. And so, MM15 doesn't quite like this. She says the crust tastes like cardboard. However, she says the Great Value crust, I guess it comes in like a container similar to a croissant roll, and so she says she likes that better, but I like this more. This is just some of the personal differences. But it's pretty good. I like chicken strips. Those are good. Yeah, variety of things. I can't really pick a favorite to be honest, because if I have something favorite for a while, I get sick of it, and then I gotta move on to something else. So now I'm gonna go put this back. speaking of food and such, one thing I like to make is, I guess MM15 calls them copycat McMuffins. I guess you could say a breakfast sandwich. So basically, English muffins, 2 slices of Canadian bacon, sorry Pixie, and egg, and then some American sliced cheese, sharp cheddar, of course. And the thing is, I had always been cutting the muffins with a knife. Apparently, you're not supposed to do that. Just watch Everybody Loves Raymond. You're not supposed to use a knife. Frank does not agree with that, and I guess that's the general consensus, is you're supposed to use a fork to split them, because I used to look at the packaging and it said fork split, and I thought, they're not split, I've got to cut it with a knife. How are they split? Well, apparently you're supposed to stick a fork in around the circumference of the muffin, and then it opens. So, there you go. Mayflower Bloom said, a lot of the times I get lazy and I just cut my food on the table. Well, you know what? You do what you have to do sometimes. Sometimes things fall on the floor and you eat them. Sometimes, they fall in the sink and you get under there, you take a wrench, you open the P-trap, you take out the soggy food, and then you eat it. Maybe that's just something I've done, but that is sometimes what you have to do, I guess. Another thing I like is I like chocolate chip mint ice cream. I know some people say it's like eating toothpaste. I'm going way too fast here, I'm sorry. Some people say it tastes like you're eating toothpaste. I don't think that. I think there's a fine line between too much mint that it's toothpaste and just enough mint that it tastes good. And it's got to be green. If it's white, if it's naturally white, it doesn't have the same taste. It's got to be green. I keep getting another warning that there's an issue with the bitrate. Well, you know what? The bitrate's just gonna have to deal with it. Because I never got this warning before. Because I haven't streamed in like a year or so. I had actually reset, or YouTube gave me a new stream key, and if you don't know what that is, basically it's a password you have to use in your live stream software. I use OBS, and so that basically authenticates you to YouTube and says, yeah, I'm allowed to stream on this channel. Because don't give out your stream key, because then people can stream to your channel. Randy Russell, hello Randy Russell, how are you? So I just got done eating pizza, sounds good, and saw you were on. Hey, hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well, Randy, and I hope you are too. And Randy also said, agreed on green mint. Yes, chocolate chip mint is pretty good, and it's gotta be green. And Mayflower Bloom said mint chocolate chip is the best, hands down as well. It definitely is. Let me see, what other mundane things can I talk about? Envelope here again with our Japanese pesos in them. In it. Don't worry, I passed English. I mean, because it'd be impossible if I didn't. MZL said, "Ah, Jacob, all grown up. Lovely to see you. Greetings from UK." Hello, MZL. It's good to see you too. I guess I am grown up a little bit. I guess I don't feel like it, but I guess I am. And I'll have to get these back to MM15 because to her these are, I guess, they're a good find. Not worth really anything at all, but a good find still either way, you know. Oh, thank you to whoever is clicking on the heart button. I see that and I appreciate it. Marcus Rashford, the GOAT. I'm from the UK, Ems. Alright, well, we have 2 people from the United Kingdom in here. So there we go. We've got, I would assume, we have people from the US here, from the UK. And Randy Russell said, what's been new in your life? Well, I guess pretty much just the same. Working on a variety of things right now, variety of personal projects, and yeah, pretty much just the same. I just haven't made any videos or streamed. My life isn't really too exciting. But I guess other than that, if you want to, I guess, get into the more personal things, for example, right now I am currently on the hunt for various, so as I think I've explained before, I am, well, one of my hobbies is programming and web development. Right now, though, I don't really think, I'm not really sure if I want to go level my education further and go to college, because, well, with community college, I don't believe there are computer science classes at that level. That would be university. However, I don't want to do computer science because that's kind of more so into, well, from my understanding, that's more so kind of systems programming and kind of more low-level stuff, theory, a lot of math. However, I thought I want to do more so web development, and so I think the path I was looking at was computer information systems. I believe that pairs you also with business classes as well. I've looked into it a little bit, but not too much, so I'm not sure about that. But like I said, I've recently been sending around my, well, my resume is a little bit bare, but basically looking to try and get my foot into the door with some entry-level positions at some web hosting companies for either customer, or technical support. So that's one thing I'm on the look for. I have, because I don't have any prior experience in that professionally, like customer service professionally, before that. However, I do have the required technical skills and such, and so hopefully I've demonstrated that alright on my resume, so yeah. So yes, mainly one of my, I guess one of the most shining achievements is TinklyTube, I guess, because even though I didn't develop it myself, we did have other developers that worked on it at one point. I did contribute a good amount to it. I do contribute a good amount to it, keeping things up and running. So yeah, it's pretty much most of the experience I have there. Does that sound good? Hopefully it does. And let me look at the chat again. MZL said, will you be making any more ASMR videos? Probably. I haven't quit. I mean, I haven't quit. if that's the question. Because I guess that pretty much is the question. So I haven't made any videos recently. So yeah, there's a good chance I'll make a video. I just got to get some kind of an idea, and because I think you just got here, but one of the big announcements that we're here, I can't speak. I need to go back to English school. But one of the main announcements of this stream is that my previous ASMR channel is back. A few days ago, it was mysteriously reinstated out of the blue. I didn't get any notification, any email. I just seen one of my old videos pop up, and my channel is back. So if you go and search for JJ15 ASMR on YouTube, you should find my old channel and all of the old videos on there. yeah, it is back. I guess I've gotta keep going over that news a few times. My old channel is back. Let me, actually have a little graphic here, as we can go back into. This is my original ASMR channel right here on YouTube. Like I said, yesterday is when I found out that it was back, because I seen one of my old videos. I seen a younger me in the related videos column on one of the videos on this channel, and I thought, well, you know, that's interesting. Did somebody create like an archive channel for me? And then I realized, wait a second, no, that's my original channel. It's back. At first I thought it was a glitch. I thought, you know, is there some issue in YouTube's system where they're showing terminated channels? And when I looked at the analytics for it on the in YouTube Studio, it looks like it's been up since at least the 20th of June. I guess I've just never noticed it, and nobody else has seemed to notice it, because I guess YouTube's algorithm doesn't want to push out a channel that's 4 years old, hasn't had any activity in 4 years, and then suddenly it's back and starts getting views. But yeah, it's back. All the videos are there, everything. There was one issue though, and let me switch to that too. When I signed into YouTube Studio, there was a modal, a warning modal, and if you're not sure what that means, that's basically a web design term for like a pop-up window, a modal. And so the modal had said that I had a community guidelines, not a strike, but a warning. And the warning was from July 30th, 2019, and that's when that channel had been terminated. And it was for the eye exam collab I did with Evan, and for child safety, you know. And because it's always been a little bit odd too as to what the reason for the termination was. All YouTube told me was child endangerment, but I don't really think there was much endangerment there. And I don't know if this was the smoking gun. Was this the issue? Was it just this one video that warranted, you know, the termination? I don't know, because usually you would get, you know, that video taken down, you know, one strike, whatever, but I don't know. I don't know if there were other videos or why the channel has been reinstated. I don't know if there's been some internal policy change as of late. I know YouTube did change their policy of how they give out strikes. So instead of getting one warning and that's it, you can get a warning, I guess, I think like every 90 days or something. Other than that, you'll get a regular strike, but it's back. I don't know why. I don't know. It's odd. And yeah, so because I did appeal a few other times aside from the original appeal back when, you know, everything first happened, and they actually wouldn't help me then, because I guess since the channel was terminated, or at least terminated in their system, because any data you put online, it stays there. Especially if you have like your Facebook account suspended, a YouTube account suspended, or a Twitter account suspended, it's not deleted. They still keep all of that content there, just in case they ever reinstate you, like my Twitter account. That was suspended back in January of 2021, and I kept fighting and fighting, and finally May of 2022 I got my Twitter account back. And if you're wondering why that got taken down, it's because I posted a quote from the 1990 cinema classic Home Alone, where Joe Pesci says and tells Kevin McAllister, "I'll snap off your cojones and boil them in motor oil." And I had appealed a few times after that, but they wouldn't help me, because I guess since the channel wasn't there, I guess they couldn't verify that I was in the partner program, because to talk to YouTube creator support, you have to be in the partner program. So with the channel not there, or at least not existing publicly, I wasn't in the partner program anymore, so they couldn't help me. So I don't know if maybe one of those appeals somehow got through and some robot picked it up, or some human manually picked up. I don't know. You might remember we sent a physical, like, I think it was like a 288-page petition to YouTube's office in San Bruno, California, I believe. And the only thing we got was a one-page response back, and it just gave me a link, mind you, a link in a physical paper letter to how to appeal the termination. And I don't know, YouTube got a new CEO last year. It went from Susan, she retired, I don't know, and Neil Mohan, I think is his name. I don't know if maybe Susan was using the petition as like a footstool, and he just found it again, and he flipped through it and decided to exonerate me. But yeah, so that's what happened. Yeah, I'm sorry I've been kind of going on here, but because it's like very shocking that it's back. Because I don't know what happened to cause it to come back. I mean, it's a good thing. I did take a backup, Google Takeout, so I did all that. So that took about eight or so hours, and I've got all that downloaded locally, about 412 gigabytes. But yeah, so I've got it all backed up off YouTube just in case something does happen again. And MZL said, "Glad you haven't quit." What? That's fantastic. Yeah, everything has been recovered. Like I said, most of these big tech companies, they don't remove your data really at all. They do keep it. There is the GDPR. However, I believe with GDPR, one thing I had read was that they can keep your content under certain exceptions. I think one of them is if you are suspended, they can keep your content in order to prevent you from, I guess, coming back. I guess to identify you, even though most of the time they don't tend to do anything. That is some provision they have, but most of the time this is done mainly just in case you ever reinstate the content instead of deleting it 100%, if that makes sense. Because in web development, this is a technique known as a soft deletion. So instead of deleting something fully, irrecoverably, you instead just mark it as deleted and then just don't show it publicly. Kind of like how you might put something in the recycle bin and you can still get it back at any time. But like I said, there's a lot of thoughts run through my head. I don't really know why it's back, but it's good that it's back. So, and I put a link in the chat a while ago, but I'll put it back in the chat if it makes it easier. Because if you search it, it doesn't come up at the top, because obviously I have this channel now, so this one kind of outranks it. And like I said, it's been 4 years stagnant, no content, no activity, no views, nothing. So the algorithm has pretty much not picked up on it yet at all. So I don't know. Maybe I should put a video on there and see what happens. See how many people get notified, because that's another thing. Even though I have 26,000 subscribers on there, I'm not sure if YouTube is going to actually push that out to anybody because of that. And also, back in 2019, February, YouTube disabled comments on all content featuring minors. And so the comments, I can't re-enable them on any of the videos. It's pretty much just hard-coded that they're off. However, I think, if I remember correctly, any new videos, it was kind of a toss-up if comments could be enabled. Some of them could, some of them couldn't. It depends. I don't know, but maybe I should make a video after this and put it up there and see what happens. But either way, I will continue to post on this channel. I don't really know. It's kind of still new to me with everything happening. Because I was going to go live yesterday, but I had to deal with getting that Google Takeout backup of all of my videos. I had to deal with getting that all downloaded and organized, and that was a headache in and of itself. There was one part to it, because you can't download 400 gigabytes of something over a residential internet connection. So basically it splits it up in like 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabyte, 5 gigabyte chunks, and so you download that, and I guess there was one that just kept failing. It was one of my live streams, so it wasn't too important to keep, but still I kind of have the drive to go the extra mile there and make sure I download it. And I guess if you try to download something over 5 times, even if it fails, because all they know is that you just tried to download it, if you go over, I guess, a limit of 5 times, they won't let you re-download that part again. So I had to do another Google Takeout this morning, and surprisingly, instead of 8 hours, it only took about 5 minutes. So I don't know why that is. Probably maybe they had some of it cached. I don't know. It was a little bit different. It wasn't the same. Yesterday when I did the Google Takeout, it was 179 separate archives full of videos and such, whereas this time it was only 175. So, yeah. Jessica Scara said, "Hi, Jacob," or Jessica Scara. Jessica Scara. Hi, Jacob. Hello, Jessica. How are you doing? I remember your name. And remember you from my original channel. I don't know which one is more odd, because I don't remember you personally, but I remember your name. If that makes sense. Randy Russell said, that's a tough call. Yeah, it kind of is, because I don't know, post on this one, post on that one, I don't know. Because like I said, even if I post on that one, there's still the restriction with comments. Those are pretty much hard-coded. I can't really get them reinstated. So, I don't know. But I'd say this has been a fun live stream. Haven't live streamed in a while, so I hope it was fun. And ML said, regarding your looking for some apprenticeships, you should include details of your correspondence for TinglyTube. It is very good and shows your ability to engage with customers. Yes, that's one thing MM15 had also encouraged me to put on there, and I did. And so, yeah, I did put that on there, and hopefully that does lend some credibility, because it is a real company. And so I did put that on there, but of course, kind of tailored it more so towards the technical side as well, because I really can't fathom, to be honest, with, obviously experience would be a good thing, but you can't just bring somebody in who doesn't have any of the technical knowledge and kind of expect them to learn, because even if you learn things, there's also things you just can't learn without having experience. And so trial and error is a good way to learn, and so I've run into a lot of errors, a lot of issues and troubleshooting, and so it's those little experiences, I think, that that matter a lot. But I don't know, I guess maybe some people, some companies might not think that. I don't know, because sometimes you call technical support, and a lot of times you don't really reach somebody who has a lot of knowledge. It's more so you reach kind of just frontline, somebody on the front line who it's more so just their job to kind of push it to somebody else, kind of just triage issues. And so, I guess in that point you don't need too much technical knowledge, but if you can troubleshoot something before you have to bother someone else with it, I'd say that's a good thing too. Hello, Barna. How are you? What a surprise. Yes, it is a surprise. And, Barna, by the way, because I guess I'll announce this again, my old channel came back. It was mysteriously reinstated a few days ago. Just came back from the dead out of the blue, which is a good thing. I made sure to back everything up off of it, though, just in case something were to happen again. But yeah, it's all there. Obviously, I still have the old description and links and everything there, and I think I might just leave all that, just leave it in place as it is. But yeah. MZL said good. Thank you. Yeah, so, because obviously I kind of had to put some experience on there, because, yeah, you might have skills, but you kind of want to show experience in some way, and, personal experience I think is good too. And Jessica Scar said, you actually said hi to me. Love your channel. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. Randy Russell said, have you talked to Playster? They were looking for customer service reps for real estate sites they run. I think I've heard of Playster, but I guess that I have to look into that, although I'm more so looking into technical support representative, to where, I can still use some of the skills I have, and because, if you don't use those skills, you kind of lose them. And Barna said, wow, I'll check it. Yes, you definitely want to check that out. All of my old videos are back. And like I said, after the stream, I think maybe I'll make a video and put it on there and see if YouTube pushes it out to anyone. Because I will say, probably about 4 years ago, I might have been more excited and ecstatic. But like I said, I kind of eventually got over it and kind of just was content with, I'll probably never have my channel back again, but it's back. So, yeah. Like I said, there's really not too much of a rhyme or reason to me. I didn't really do anything to get it back. The last appeal I sent in was maybe back in early 2020, and they wouldn't talk to me then because I wasn't in the partner program anymore, and so, because my channel was gone, I wasn't in the partner program, they wouldn't talk to me about anything, so I don't know, maybe one of those appeals somehow got through to someone, Yeah, all of the videos I've ever created. There are 2 videos which you might remember were around certain political ideologies. Which I will say now with the current political climate, one thing I will say is that I do denounce that, of course. I don't believe in that at all. How that became the theme of my channel, I don't know. It's just the odd things you do, I guess, when you're 13, I guess. Um, and just trying to always push the envelope a little bit and, get people to watch, catch people's eye there. And the lives as well, yeah, they're all there. Like I said, I did private those 2 videos that were around a certain political ideology. And yeah, that video, I also privated the collaboration with Amina and the collab with Evan. That's gone. YouTube took that down. That's actually, if you look right here, when I signed into YouTube Studio, this was the dialogue that popped up and told me that there was a warning from July 30th, 2019, the night my channel disappeared, for child safety with the eye exam roleplay with Evan. And so I don't know if this was the smoking gun. Is this what warranted the entire termination? I really don't know. I mean, I guess I could reach out to YouTube, but then they'll say, oh, wait a second, you actually are supposed to be terminated. Let me go fix that. But I can't really even talk to him now because I'm not in the partner program. I guess I could reapply through the channel, but I don't know. But yes, that one is down. I privated the collaboration with Amina. And the reason why I privated those, as well as the ASMR Artists United collaborations, was because I kind of want to be safe, only keep the content with myself in it, just in case there's any issues with, Amina or Evan. I don't know, just put myself on there, I guess, because, one thing too is that's why some videos, I know with some of Amina's videos, like a year or 2 ago, her mom was in the beginning of them, to try and show YouTube that there is an adult present, some kind of adult present. I don't know. Maybe I look older, and Evan looks too young. So I don't know. I just privated those just to be safe, hopefully. But of course they're on TinglyTube, and by the way, TinglyTube's not going anywhere either. That is still going to be up and running because I can't really trust Google with anything. And Barna said, will this encourage you to come back to business for real? I don't know. I haven't quit making videos. It's just, obviously, I'm focused on kind of other things right now, too. And if I do make videos, I'm not sure, though, because it's like the 5th time I've explained it, so I apologize. But with comments, February of 2019, that's when YouTube disabled comments for videos featuring minors in them all over the site. And I was able to get them reinstated for like maybe a week, and then they just turned back off again. And so on this channel, even if they get turned off, because sometimes they'll randomly get turned off on some of the older videos here, and I can go just flip them back on, and they'll stay put for a while, and then they'll go back off again, and I gotta flip them back on. But on my old channel, I can't flip them back on. They're grayed out. I can't toggle them on at all. So however, I think some of the newer videos I could have comments on, but it was more of a toss-up. I know there's the Comrade Yuri vlog that I had on there. That's privated too. That one had comments back then, but some of the ASMR videos didn't. I don't know. But like I said, I don't know, still trying to figure things out. I don't really know, because I got this channel, and I got the old channel, and Berna said, yes, you did. When was the last video you made? The last video I made would have to be the Do You Want to Be in the 2019 ASMR Artists United collab, because yeah, at that time we were going to do the AU collab, but that kind of never came to fruition, mainly because of the termination. And so because obviously AU had other members, but I was kind of more so the one running everything, and I'm still the one running everything. I'm still running the website. I'm still my email is still at asmarchunited.com. I still run all of that, so it's kind of tightly connected to me, and so because of the termination, that derailed that, and as well as kind of the actual members of AU, they kind of weren't really on board, and I can kind of understand the termination. That kind of threw everyone off, but yeah, so everything was kind of dwindling, kind of everybody's interest in the group, and so that's why eventually I just decided to call it disbanded and let that be the end of it. But yeah, so that's still up there. I'll leave that up there. Pretty much just gonna leave everything intact. But another thing as well is with my website, I have the video index. I guess I'll still keep that too, just to have a good, because I've got some videos on this channel, some videos on TinglyTube, some videos on my old channel. So probably still keep that in place. I do have some updates in mind for that. But other than that, yeah, all the videos are there. But I think we're almost at about 2 hours. Let me switch back to the full screen. Alright, there we go. We're switched back to the full screen. And yeah, so let me see. How long have we been on here? 2 hours and 13 minutes. 2 hours and 12 minutes. My apologies. So I'd say this has been a fun live stream. Barna said, will you just start to back up all the videos now just in case? I'm one step ahead of you, Barna, because I knew exactly. I told myself, if Barna joins the live stream, that's going to be the one thing he tells me. And I did. Because I discovered this yesterday, that my channel was back. And the first thing I went and did is I did a Google takeout. And that 8 hours later, that resulted in 412 gigabytes of all the videos on the channel. And so I've got that all downloaded. I spent all of last night doing that. And then I kind of had a little bit of trouble sleeping last night because, like I said, I am excited a bit about it. 4 years ago I probably would have been more excited, but now, there's still some excitement there. So I was up at probably about 5:30 this morning, and I had to get online to make sure it was still there because I thought it was some weird dream. And then I started downloading the rest, and so it's all backed up because my mantra yesterday was back up first, brag second. So yeah, because you cannot trust a lot of these tech companies with your data nowadays, and yeah, because if they determine that you've done something wrong, you lose access to your data, which personally I think that's something that needs to change. I mean, as long as the content you have is not illegal, and you can make that what you will, you kind of think about what I'm saying about illegal content, illegal things. As long as it's not illegal, if it's something they're saying that is, which child endangerment, that was also something that boggled me. Google, being Google, they have everything, they know everything about me. If there was any kind of child endangerment, don't you think they would have notified, the local police? They have my address, they know where I live, they Google Maps, they track exactly where I am all the time. I can see where I am like 6 years back. They know everything. So if there really was child endangerment, I think it would have been maybe good to, contact the police or Child Protective Services if they thought something was wrong. But really, in the case that it's something, just a policy infraction, you should still be entitled to have your data back. I mean, even if it's on their service, you still kind of own it in a way. And so I think that is something that does need to change. However, a lot of privacy and data protection laws, of course, there's the GDPR, but the GDPR, from what I know, I believe that there's no provision in there. I guess that if you're suspended, you're they're required to give your content back. That is something, I guess, that's still a little bit of a gray area in there. Randy Russell said, yeah, glad it wasn't a dream. Yeah, I was glad it wasn't either, because I thought, maybe it's a glitch. I didn't know, so. Barna said, I don't trust any of them at all. I'm glad on Android there's available a new hidden feature of sensors off. Yeah, sensors off, that would definitely be a good thing. And speaking of that too, when I was looking at online at various web hosting companies to see, you know, any open positions, careers, you know, entry level, those sort of things, as soon as I go to another website, you know, Facebook, something like that, I'm bombarded with tens of thousands of, well, that's a little exaggerated, but tens of thousands of ads for those hosting companies. So there's, websites, they've got to make money through advertising, but I mean, that's just a little too far. It's a little too creepy right there. That's why half of the time, if I'm being honest, half the time, I will use just incognito, just a lot of times browsing the web. I mean, yeah, Google is still collecting data in some way, I know, but, you know, I like being able to search and look at things without having that targeted to me when I come back to, you know, another website. It's just, you know, there's, because I believe one of Google's board members had said they get right up to the creepy line, but they don't cross it. That is, I believe, an actual quote from, I think that was, what was his name, Eric? I'm gonna have to Google this. Yeah, it was Eric Schmidt. He was the former CEO of Google. They get right up to the creepy line, but they don't cross it. And so, yeah. But I guess I'm going to sign off here in a moment. And like I said, maybe record a quick video and see what happens. Hello, Tim McGregor. How are you doing? Another old viewer that I remember. I guess I'll restate the news for you, too. Yesterday, I found out that my old ASMR channel is back and reinstated. I didn't do anything to cause it to be reinstated. It just randomly came back online and is now reinstated. Oh, there comes MM15. But, yeah. So, because MFC, I didn't know if she needed to tell me something. But yeah, my original channel is back. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it's back, and I've made sure to back everything up, too. Can you... Oh, I was, tapping on it. It makes good sounds. Alright, but Barna said, DuckDuckGo browser on Android also connect as VPN to kill the trackers. Yeah, that was another thing. DuckDuckGo, I know that's... He's talking to the cat. Yeah, DuckDuckGo, I've never tried to change my search engine. I don't know, maybe I should. I'm just so used to Google. You know, I know some people are 100% against Google. They try to de-Google and they try to, use privacy-focused applications, but I really like Chrome, too, as a browser. I did look at Brave, because I didn't like the new design they forced on me, and I kind of changed some of the flags, and hopefully that'll work for a while to kind of keep it good, but, Do I still have to mute MM15? I guess so. I don't have the pedal down here, but I just didn't know if she had to tell me some news. Like, the channel's gone, actually. But, yeah, so thank you to everybody who attended the live stream. I appreciate it. All the new viewers, all the old viewers, and, yeah. So, I guess keep an eye out for anything in the future. Alright, everybody has a great Saturday night. Actually, no, not a great Saturday night. A great Sunday night. And a wonderful Monday, if you can find your Monday wonderful. Thrown off a little off guard. Alright, bye Ardency, bye Barna, bye Tim McGregor, bye MsL, bye Randy, bye Kaiwan, I don't know if he's still here, bye Jessica Scar, bye Mayflower Blooms, and bye everybody else. Like I said, I hope you have a wonderful Sunday night and a good Monday if you can. Would you like to say goodbye, MM15?
Yeah, hey, goodbye. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Alright, JJ15 signing off, and I'll hopefully see you at some point again in the future. Let's roll the outro.